Magic beer bread from 84. Now most breads are risen by yeast, those lovely little things that make your bread all fluffy and puffy like a cat in heat. But this recipe is a quick bread, something which doesn't have any yeast, but promises to taste like it does. We begin with a 12-ounce can or bottle of your choice of brew.
Oh, this is my type of baking.
Just make sure it's not cold. Then we just add 3 cups of flour.
Oh, it's foamy.
3 tablespoons of sugar. 3 teaspoons of baking powder. And finally, a good pinch of salt. Now we just go to town with our hands. Rings are coming off. That's how you knew you were in trouble.
Oh, hello. Get off.
Then into a greased loaf pan. Flatten it out. Then in this goes to a cold, unpreheated oven. Sacrilegious. Set the temperature to 350 and bake for about an hour. Is this the magic part? Do a trick!
Woo, not exactly a pretty loaf of bread. Whoa,
But it don't need to be pretty.
because that's pretty darn good.
The beer offers all that lovely sour taste that you'd expect from yeast.
Wow.
For a dead simple, easy, cheap bread, that is a winner.
Avocado bread from 73.
Yes, it seems that before millennials discovered avocado on toast, their forefathers wanted to skip a few steps and just put the avocado directly in the bread. We're gonna see if they were onto something. Of course, they were onto a lot of things back then. We begin with 2 very ripe avocados. Time to open you up. Good morning. Now in goes 3/4 of a cup of sugar. So the avocado is the only source of fat in this recipe, so instead of creaming sugar into butter, we're just creaming the fruit, which is something I happen to be familiar with. Time for 3 eggs. Beat thoroughly. For the dry ingredients, we mix together 2 cups of flour with 1.5 teaspoons of floof powder. That's baking powder. Combine the 2, fold,
In you go.
we seem to be baking guacamole. 350 for about 45 to 50 minutes.
Whoa, look at how good it looks. Woo.
No way. Woo, this tastes amazing. I'm so confused.
Because there's no butter, there's no oil, there's no milk, just fruit.
Rice bread from World War I. This recipe happens to be gluten-free, as if 1918 wasn't miserable enough. We begin with a 1/2 cup of white rice.
Water.
The rice is resigned to be overcooked. Why you gotta say it like that? It sounds like a court order. I hereby sentence you to be overcooked. Ah! 1.5 cups of cornmeal. 2 tablespoons of margarine. Then 1.5 cups of milk. Scalded.
You useless.
Do you mean scalded with an A? He's like, nah, fam, that ain't no typo. I want you to yell at your milk. Well, the rice resigned all right. It is no longer with us. 1 cup exactly. 4 teaspoons of baking powder. Is this bread going to space? Bake for a ½ hour in a hot oven. Yes, I know it's hot. You get it's an oven. 400 it is.
Hello.
Like a really smooth, fluffy cornbread. The rice does more than you think. Thank you. Survival bread from 1972. This bread is claimed to last upwards of 7 years, or roughly the amount of time it's taken me to get my bachelor's degree. We start with a cup of sugar, 1/4 cup of honey, the same of water. Then we bring to a boil with a pack of lemon jello. If there's one thing I've learned, it's that jello is inevitable.
Oh, we love Jello.
Shut up! Fire! For the dry ingredients, we need 2.5 cups of powdered milk, 2 cups of oats.
Oh, stop that.
How am I going to survive the apocalypse if I can't survive oats? Once whatever this is has boiled, you add it to the dry.
Oh, she fit.
Add a bit of water if we need to. Sweetie, this needs a lot of things, but water isn't one of them. Then we mold it into a brick. So sticky. 30 minutes, 350. Huh. This is an enigma. It is quite dry, but not in a bad way, like a biscotti. I would take this camping. Chocolate zucchini bread from 1968. Now, when I think of zucchini, I think of good barbecue, summer salads. Men, just not dessert. But we start such a dessert with a cup of flour, 1/2 cup of cocoa, chocolate bite, and a teaspoon of floof soda. Now we melt a 1/4 cup of margarine. Beep. A 1/4 cup of an oil of my choosing. Guessing 10W30 wouldn't work. Cup of brown sugar. 2 eggs. For the zucchini, we need 1.5 cups shredded, skin and all. I hate zucchini. Doesn't taste bad, it just makes me feel insufficient. Wet, dry, mix. This isn't just a chocolate cake recipe with a bit of zucchini. No, this has more zucchini than flour. 50 minutes at 350. Goodness gracious, cease and desist!
Come on.
It's really quite brilliant. Deepens the chocolate, keeps it nice and moist. I don't make the rules.